The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive as we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 31, Rosen.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll throw it with Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan, only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. Harris has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Here's Rosen. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Rosen got his man complete over the middle. It's Chapman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rosen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Rosen will throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On third down, Rosen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So out come the Falcons now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Taco Charlton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 20 carries, 88 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got a top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Rosen now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. On play action, Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 3rd and long here for Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 88 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get it. Mike, 45. Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
59, ready. 925.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, he'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Ryan now off the bootleg. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They go play action now, Ryan.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Falcons push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. From the 30 on second down, Rosen. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 12 yards there and a first down. Rosen now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And an alley to run. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big run there by Freeman. 45 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Strip that ball.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick you again.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Watch 5-4. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rosen. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And now it's Rosen looking. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And he's closing in on that often elusive 200-yard mark.
And you know he's celebrating what's going on. He may not know exactly where he is in yardage, but he has a pretty decent idea.
Come on, he knows.
Runners always know. But he's also in that huddle telling his offensive lineman, thank you.
And give me the ball.
Keep giving me the ball. You guys keep doing what you're doing. But a great appreciation of him, of the guys up front, and, of course, the guys on the perimeter. Those wide receivers are giving him some great blocking, too.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Ryan. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Bryant is good. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening week.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down and 4, Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Ross. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Rosen over the middle to Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Ryan to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third and 2. Now Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Running with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. On second and 9, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Ryan. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Ryan. The left side caught by Diggs. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action here with Rosen. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. After the interception, here's Ryan. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, the left side completion to Jones.
Let's go, boys. Bring it out. Ready. Rush in.
At the 9-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Ryan will throw again. This is caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Big hit. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go. Let him go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Kamara. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rosen to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the fullback, Zach Line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
54, come on, 54, come on. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now it's Rosen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rosen. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Rosen will throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, they were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call him? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Rosen out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. To throw is Rosen. Harris has it over the middle. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again, it's Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Rosen to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot here for Rosen. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
He'll look to throw. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been...